Right, listen up. Namibia's desert has a sense of humor, a dry wit, you could say. The first thing you notice isn't the heat or silence, it's the sand. It gets everywhere, instantly. The Namib Desert looks at your high-tech gear and laughs. You think you're prepared? Cute. This isn't just a landscape, it's a challenge wrapped in a riddle served on a platter of scorching grit. It's the planet's oldest practical joke, and you're the punchline. The desert performs daily. Light, shadow, heat, wind, reminding you how small you really are. People talk about the silence of the desert. That's a myth. It whispers, it hums. The wind sculpts the dunes, carrying tales from one horizon to the other. It's a sound that gets under your skin, a low, persistent hiss, part lullaby, part warning. This place demands respect. It doesn't care about your itinerary or your Instagram feed. It was here long before you, and it'll be here long after your footprints vanish. Want to understand Namibia? Step out of your air-conditioned vehicle and let the heat hit you like a wall. It's a dry, suffocating heat that sucks the moisture right out of you. In that moment you realize, this isn't a holiday destination, it's a survival scenario, with stunning views. The Namib is a masterclass in endurance, a place that will test and humble you. But first, it'll fill your shoes with an unbelievable amount of sand. That's its way of saying hello? Welcome to the Namib, where the sand always wins. And you're just along for the ride. They call it the Namib, meaning vast place. Understatement of the millennium. This is an ocean of sand, frozen in time yet always moving. Dunes roll on forever, both terrifyingly empty and breathtakingly beautiful. The colors shift all day, pinks and oranges at dawn, blood reds and purples at sunset. The sun is the artist, the sand its endless canvas. You see a photo and think, I can climb that. Then you stand at its base and realize it's a mountain. For every 2 steps forward you slide one back. It's a Sisyphean task with a better view. These dunes are alive, shaped by winds from every direction, star dunes reaching for the sky. The landscape is hypnotic, clean lines, smooth curves, red sand against blue sky, but don't be fooled. This ocean of sand is as treacherous as any sea. Lose your bearings, run out of water, and it'll swallow you whole. The Namib lures you in with beauty, then shows you its true, formidable power. Here, survival is the only game in town. Sossusvlei. The name alone sounds epic. Here stand some of the world's highest dunes, giants of red sand that test your willpower and sanity. Dune 45 is the warm-up. The real monster? Big Daddy. Over 300 meters tall, it's a vertical desert daring you to climb. You start early, full of bravado. The first 100 meters are fine. Then the sun rises, the sand heats up, and every step becomes a battle. The ridge stretches on forever. The peak never seems closer. It's just you, the sand, and the suspicion that Big Daddy is toying with you. If you make it to the top, the view is biblical. A sea of star-shaped dunes, Deadvlai's white clay pan below, skeletal trees scattered like ancient relics. Your ego shrinks to the size of a grain of sand. For a moment, the struggle feels worth it. But the dune has the last laugh. The descent is a wild, sandy sprint, exhilarating until you empty your boots and find half the desert inside. Big Daddy lets you think you've conquered it, but it always sends a part of itself home with you. The dune always wins. And you're just another story in the sand. Welcome to humility, Namib style. Next time bring extra socks. After Big Daddy, you stumble into Deadvlei, and reality bends. A vast white clay pan cracked and baked, surrounded by towering red dunes, scattered across the pan-blackened skeletons of camel thorn trees, standing for over 900 years. They're not petrified, just too dry to decompose. It's like stepping into a Salvador Dali painting. White pan, red dunes, black trees, blue sky. The silence is profound, broken only by your footsteps on dried clay. Deadvlei was once an oasis, fed by a river, then the dunes blocked the water and everything died. What's left is a haunting monument to the power of climate and time. For photographers and adventurers, it's a pilgrimage site. Every angle is a new masterpiece. Light, shadow, and the stark beauty of survival. Deadvlei isn't just a dead marsh, it's a timeless work of art, sculpted by drought and decorated by death. Here, beauty and desolation are inseparable. Think the desert can't get more dramatic? Welcome to the Skeleton Coast. Here the Namib's dunes crash into the cold, violent Atlantic. The result, one of Earth's most hauntingly beautiful coastlines. Portuguese sailors called it the Gates of Hell. The Bushmen called it the land god made in anger. Shipwrecks litter the shore, rusting away, half buried in sand, monuments to human ambition and nature's indifference. Whale bones and seal skeletons join the wreckage, a graveyard for ships and sea creatures alike. Fog rolls in, thick and chilling, born where Antarctic currents meet desert air. This fog is lifeblood for strange plants and insects, but a death sentence for sailors. The skeleton coast is raw, untamed wilderness, a place for those who find beauty in desolation. Here the world's extremes collide, and the result is pure, terrifying magic. The biggest mistake? Calling the Namib empty. From a distance it looks barren. Up close it's teeming with life, if you know where to look. Life here is small, clever and tough. Survival demands ingenuity. Take the welwitschia, a plant that looks like wilted lettuce, but some are over 1,500 years old, surviving on coastal fog. Then there are the animals, desert-adapted elephants with longer legs, oryx that survive weeks without water, raising their body temperature to avoid sweating. These creatures don't just tolerate the desert, they've mastered it. The real magic is in the small things: fog-basking beetles, sidewinder snakes, translucent chameleons. The desert is a microcosm of adaptation and survival. It's not empty at all. You just have to look closer. Patience reveals a world of secrets. In the Namib, life hides in plain sight. And it's tougher than you'll ever be. Every day in the Namib, it's tourist versus sand. The sand is undefeated. You arrive with fancy boots and optimism. 5 minutes later, you're humbled. Sand invades everything: boots, socks, pockets. It's relentless. The heat joins in, turning your car into an oven and your water bottle into disappointment. The sun doesn't just tan, it bakes. Tourists try to climb dunes at midday, faces matching the red sand. The desert watches, amused. It always wins. Even photography is a battle. Wind whips sand into your camera, your eyes, your soul. Every photo costs you a toll in grit. Walking becomes a struggle, each step a fight against gravity and friction. You develop the desert walk, a shuffling gait to conserve energy and minimize sand and boot syndrome. The desert strips away pretense and forces you to adapt. It's humbling, hilarious, and unforgettable. In the Namib, the sand always has the last laugh. And you learn to laugh with it. While you're struggling up a dune, the locals watch with amused indifference. The oryx stands majestic, unbothered by the heat that's melting you. It has a built-in cooling system. You have a sweaty bandana. The tok-toki beetle scurries across the sand, armored and carefree, while you're slathered in SPF 50 and misery. Even the camel thorn trees offer shade, already claimed by geckos who blink at you as if to say, "This spot's taken." The real masters are the creatures you can't see: scorpions, spiders, golden moles, all perfectly at home. They've spent millions of years adapting. You've spent hours, and you're dreaming of a cold drink. In the Namib, you're just a temporary guest in a world that belongs to them, and they know it. So you've decided to brave the Namib. Good on you. Here's some hard-earned advice. This isn't a holiday, it's a relationship. First rule: surrender to the sand. Don't fight it. Embrace the grit. Your shoes are now portable sandboxes. Make peace with it. Water is your religion. Carry more than you think you'll need, then double it. The heat is deceptive. Drink constantly, even when you're not thirsty. Respect the sun. It's not your friend. Get up before dawn, explore early and late, and find shade at midday. A wide-brimmed hat is survival gear, not a fashion statement. Open your eyes to the details: a beetle's tracks, a 1,000-year-old plant, the resilience of life. The Namib will test you. Fill your boots with sand, and fill your heart with awe. Learn to laugh at the inconvenience, respect its power, and appreciate its secrets. If you do, you won't just survive, you'll fall in love with the desert, sand and all. The Namib changes you. It humbles, challenges, and rewards in equal measure. And when you leave, you'll carry a piece of it with you. Literally and figuratively. That's the Namib's final joke, and it's a good one.